So, Hare Krishna, everyone. Thanks for joining for today's session. And today we are going to see about the Vaishnava qualities. So, before going into the Vaishnava qualities, let me discuss about who is Vaishnava. So, the Vaishnava, the word comes from the one who follows Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Like how Arjuna is addressed in Bhagavad Gita as Kaunteya, which means the one who comes from Mother Kunti. So he is connected to Mother Kunti. So he is Kaunteya. The same way, the one who connected in devotional service with Lord Vishnu or Krishna they are called Vaishnavas. So one past time about happened regarding this term Vaishnava is with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to us, like once in Jagannath Puri, after taking the initiation, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went over there for the Ratha Yatra festival. So all the devotees among the Bengal side state, they're all gradually arriving to Jagannath Puri. So this was happened every year at the time of Chaturmas, 4 months a year. So they will gather over there. They will do like cleaning the temple, Gundicha temple, and they will do so much of. They will talk about Krishna Katha. They will chant Hare Krishna mantra, do Sankirtan all together. So these activities will be taking place at that time. So this was once the village called Kulina, which is far away from Jagannath Puri. Their residents also came to Jagannath Puri and to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So along with the residents, a few devotees are joined with them named Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraja Khan. So they all are devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They gathered over here, and especially for Satyaraja Khan, they gave the service of supplying silk rope for the Jagannath Yatra. Using this rope, what they will do is they will tie the Ratha and they will pull. So this is the service given to him. So this festival was nicely happened and it got over. While upon leaving, these residents of Kulina village and Satyaraj Khan, everyone gathered together and came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they asked Mahaprabhu, please let us know the duty of a householder. We are all a devotee of Lord Krishna, but as a householder, what can we do? So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the two things. The first one is without any break, you should chant the holy name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The second one is whenever possible, just serve the Vaishnava and serve the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Then they have the question, Vaishnava, why they are called, how can I identify the person as Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu replied, Prabhu kahe, याने मुके सुनिए काबारो कृष्ण नाम से पूज्या श्वेता साबाकारो. This is explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita 15 Madhya Leela 15.106. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, who were chanting the name of Krishna at least once, he is the topmost human being. So while hearing that, everyone got shocked. What? Chanting the Mahamantra only once they become a devotee? How come? And for this, in the purport of the same text, Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explained nicely that even once, but with the faith of Lord Krishna and his name are identical. They have to believe that it is non-different. With that faith, whoever chants the holy name of Lord Krishna, they are called Vaishnavas. So they said, okay, Mahaprabhu, now we are taking a leave from you, and they return back to the home. After the day is gone, they started to chant. So whenever the time gets, they will serve Krishna and his devotee. So next year, again the same festival. They all gathered from Kulina Grama, and this time also they nicely do gave be with the association of with the Mahaprabhu. And while leaving again, they asked the same question, Mahaprabhu, what is as a Grahastha, what is our duty? This time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, a person who is always chanting the holy name of Lord is considered to be the first class, and your duty is to serve his lotus feet. Again, they asked, who chanting the holy name? Vaishnava, who are they? And he gave this answer, always chanting the Lord's name. Okay, Mahaprabhu, we will serve and we will do our duty. They left and returned back to their home. Again, next year, the third year also, again, the same question, same place, same thing was happening. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the Vaishnava is the one who always chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, as well as make others to chant the holy name of Krishna. So here we can understand, in the first year, he said, the one who is chanting the holy name of at least once, he is Vaishnava. And the second year, he said, the one who is always chanting the name of the Lord is called Vaishnava. And in the third year, he said, one who is chanting always and remembering, by remembering and also making others to chant, he is a Vaishnava. So what is the difference between these is, with an example we can see, if a kid is going to join in school into kindergarten, he is called a student. The same way, every year he will go, his grade will grow. Then also he is we will call him as a student. Once his schooling is over, he will go to college. That time also he is a student. Then he will go to the master studies, PhD, so many degrees, whatever degrees he may be there attending means. Then also we will call him as student. So the difference is the dealing, how the maturity level they are having and how they are dealing with, that is different. The same way, the first year who always chanting one Kanishta Adhikari, and who is always chanting the Lord's name, Madhya Adhikari, and who is always chanting and remembering, as well as he is always making others to chant, Uttam Adhikari. He clearly explained the three levels of Vaishnavas, but even though their levels are different, they have to be called as Vaishnava. So, coming here, Srila Prabhupada always used to tell, person can be identified not by this tilak, kantimala with the beads. We should not tell that I am Vaishnava. Then what can we tell them? Which one will be identified to be a Vaishnava is, Prabhupada give a nice thing, like a person can be identified by his symptoms. Like if I am having cold or cough, then some may say, oh, this Mataji is having cough and cold, so she's not well. So I'm a sick person. Sometimes by seeing one person dress, the way he used to walk, how he is coming in the car, which car he is using. So based on that, we may say he's a rich person. Or poor person means we can, based upon his symptoms, we can identify. The same way, whether a learned person or a fool, until he opens his mouth, we can't able to identify him. So in the case of Jadaparata, we can all know that only he was like a Jada, he won't react for anything, anywhere, whatever happened, he won't react for that. But once he opened his mouth, everyone came to know about his ability. So the quality, whatever we are having, is the identity for us. So in various scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, especially in Chaitanya Charitamrita, our acharyas listed these 26 Vaishnava qualities. Kripalu, Akrita Droha, Satyashara, Sama. So among these 26 qualities, we are going to see the first four qualities today, which are Kripalu, merciful, Akrita Droha, humbleness, Satyasara, truthfulness, Sama, equal to all. So first, Kripalu, merciful. So here we have to think that Krishna's devotee are always merciful. They are the best friend to all the living entities, whether it is a species or animal or whatever human being, they are the best and best well-wisher. So some may think, oh, in this material world, if someone is helping one poor, feeding some poor people, daily he's feeding some poor people, we may think, oh, he's so mercy. He's always spending his money and giving food to others. He's so nice. And we may sometimes people in India nowadays, we can hear, right? The richest person in the world, sons, is running a sanctuary for animals. So that is also good. Yes. And some may we think they will run orphanage or homage for elders people. Yes, these are all good, merciful only. But Vaishnava will think in different way. Prabhupada used to tell, we have to taking care of the living entity. We should not allow him to drown. Simply dragging, just pulling his shirt will not be work out. So the same way in the material world, what we are doing is we are helping the living entity's body, not the actual living entity. But the Vaishnava, he was always thinking how to make them to be a Krishna conscious person, how to give the enlightenment, and we have to redirect them from the material to spirituality. Like that, he will think. He won't think anything beyond that. That merciful he is. So he knows that without the mercy of Lord, without the devotional service, the human life is fully spoiled. So he will not satisfied by his own liberation. He will always think of others, how we can make them to be in Krishna consciousness. So our Acharya, the founder of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, is so merciful. How means he will allow everyone. He just gave a nectar to everyone. Here, take it. The Krishna consciousness. Whoever, whether it's a white body, black body, irrespective of religion, caste, come, take on this and enjoy this nectarian. He's just a merciful. If we are having some valuable things, we won't give it, share it with others. But Prabhupada, our Acharya, he shared it with everyone. And whoever is taking this mercy, we will be advanced in bhakti. So devotees always show the mercy upon animals by not killing them, and upon show mercy upon human being by giving the Krishna consciousness. So in this way, slowly we can adapt the quality of our Acharya Srila Prabhupada by following his instruction. We will get to have this quality merciful. So we all know that there was one pastime happened like Jahai and Madai. So when Jahai and Madai was born in a Brahmin family, but they were doing all the sinful activities in the village. So everyone will be very get scared of going near to them also. By seeing this, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakura was why this, they are wasting the human life like this. They are very compassionate and they want to give the mercy to them. So they are approaching the both drunkard people and to take up the holy name of Lord, but they are not ready to take it up. They will keep on, oh, this guy is always doing like this only. He will say, chant, chant, chant. Who will chant? Enjoy without enjoying these things. How can we go and simply chant? So they won't listen at all. Everyone in the village, they will say, please don't go near to them, Prabhuji, because they will be like that only. They are all behaving very worst nowadays. Please go. But Nityananda Prabhu haven't stopped it. He again and again he approached them, and one time they got the Jagakai and Madai got hunger, and with that hungriness, They just put the pot on his Nityananda Prabhu's forehead and he started to bleed. But he didn't tell anything. He just simply prayed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with ignorance, these people are behaving like that. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got anger and he wants to kill them. But Nityananda Prabhu stopped him and said, this is not we have to do. We have to make them to be a great devotee. This is what we want. Please stop this. Don't do this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped it. By listening to this, these two drunkards just surrender on to the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So we can have the question, the great personalities like Nityananda Prabhu, our Acharya Srila Prabhupada, they can have the merciness. Then what can we do? We are just Gragastha. How can we give the mercy to everyone? So here, by preaching or by book distribution, while we can have this experience, while going for the book distribution, some may open, some may talk like that, but they won't get the books. Some may scold us, but without any hindrance, we will continue our book distribution. We will continue our preaching things. We will continue in our Krishna consciousness. So this is how the devotee will slowly adapt these qualities, and he will be very merciful to all the living entities in the world. The next one is Akrita Droha, being humble. So, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Siksashtakam text 3, he gave the essence of everything. That is, for example, if I am having one ice cream, if I'm taking out from the fridge, it will get melt. So we have to, in order to stop melting, we have to keep and maintain the same temperature. Like the same thing, if I am having any hot thing, I want to maintain the temperature means I have to do it. Otherwise, if I'm taking it to the cold weather, it will be cold. So one who wants to chant the similar way, the devotee, if he wants to constantly chant the holy name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then he has to follow some standard. Then only he can relish by saying the Lord's name. So this was stated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here. Rinatapi sunichena tarorapi sagishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. Any volunteer, please read the translation of this.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all senses of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the first thing is to chant the holy name, we have to be in humble state. Like if we are stepping on the grass will not say, oh, don't step on my head. I'm getting hurt. So don't step on it won't tell. So always we will step on it, and once we moved, it will look up, it's raise his head. In that manner, one has to chant. The next thing is tolerant. If tolerant like more than a tree, if we go sometimes while we may see, even we can do that. We will go and pluck the leaf, and we will sing, and we will throw the leaf. We will pluck the flowers. We will cut the branch, and we can do something, and we can using that we are making papers. So they won't tell, no, don't use my property. You should not. Instead of that, it is giving the shelter to everyone. So the devotee has to be in tolerant mood. The next one is no false ego. Without false ego, one should start to chant. And next one is offer respect to others without expecting it back. So in this 4 mood, we have to be start chanting. Then only we can able to slowly we can able to release the holy name. So here humble is very importantly mentioned, because if we are in the giving place, then how that humbleness will come? So the devotee always be in the receiving part. So whatever the mercy Krishna gives, he will always receive that. So for that, humble is very, very important. So without this humbleness, no one can improve in our sadhana or in the bhakti path. So this humble is very important. So again, there is one pastime happened in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is mentioned in 6th canto, 5th chapter, that is Narada Muni is cursed by Prajapati Daksha. So Prajapati Daksha, he begot 10,000 sons, and they are called Harsyavas. So what his duty is, he ordered his all the sons, go and increase the population in the world. So the sons, they were all okay, we can go and do it. We like that they are practicing. They will start practicing of before increasing the population. They start practicing austerities, penance, and so many meditations. Narada Muni, by seeing this boy's activity, he said, why these boys are wasting their precious birth by simply doing all these activities for just for creating more population, for increasing the more population. This is the kind of karmic activity. So we have to I should go and tell the boys what is the ultimate goal of life. Then somehow I can convince like that. He thought, and he convinced the boys also, and they said, yeah, Narada Muni, thanks for your concern. Now we came to know what is the importance, what is our ultimate goal of life. Then they stopped the activity and they left. Prajapati was very sad of losing those many sons. Again, he begot 1,000 sons. Now there he ordered, okay, go and increase the population, Prajapati Daksha said. So again, they are engaging in Vishnu begat, and Narada Muni this time convinced them, like, no, if you are doing worshipping and if you are going to be have a Krishna conscious kid, you are okay. Otherwise, don't go for these things, he said. And they are also convinced, and they also stopped. Okay, I'm not only by the order of my father, I am going to do this. So we will stop this, they said, and they stopped it. So just Prajapati Daksha came to know this. Oh, Narada Muni, twice he accept, he failed my attempts. So he got mad at Narada Muni and he started to chastise him like anything. Narada Muni simply, he was very quiet and humbly standing before him and getting all the words, whatever Prajapati Daksha is throwing out from his mouth. Here, Narada Muni, we all know that he is an exalted devotee of Lord Narayana, but he is very humble and tolerant in that place, because why the reason was given in that purport, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained it very nicely. Because Prajapati was a very pious man, because of the anger, he is ready to go to the D grade level. So, in order to stop them, Narada Muni was very humbly accepting all those words and listened it. So, Prajapati's anger got calmed down now. So, if he is in the anger mode, that will degrade him. So, this is one of the mercy of Narada Muni, and we can see the humbleness, how tolerantly, humbly he accepted the curse. And our Acharya Prabhupada, we all know, because without Prabhupada, there is no ISKCON. He just, at the old age, he traveled from India to US in the winter without any money, with one single suitcase. He gave this wonderful Krishna consciousness all over the world. But still, he wrote a letter to Lord Krishna while traveling in Jalatuta. In the letter, he mentioned, Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy or fit to do it. I am very fallen and insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, I am begging for your mercy so that I may become worthy for you, or the wisest and most experienced of all. This is the prayer which was written by Srila Prabhupada in 1965. So we know he translated so many things, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, so many things, but still he considered he is a unworthy person. Then what about us? So that humble mood we have to be in. The humble mood means we should not think, oh, I am the fallen, I am the fallen. If we are keep on saying I am fallen, it is not the humbleness. The humbleness here mentioned is we have to think about ourselves less and think about Krishna more. That is the real humbleness. And regarding these two quality, I would like to share one pastime which was happened in Sri Rangam, Ranganathan temple, the eyes that stole Dhanurdas' heart. So one time at the Brahma Utsava, the time of a period of April, Ranganatha Perumal, all the Brahmins in Garuda Seva, they will have the procession. They will carry them with Mother Lakshmi. They will be, the priests are always very nicely say the mantras, music, so many things was happening. Everyone was enjoying by seeing the Ranganatha Perumal. By that time, Sri Ramanujacharya arriving on that side, and he's seeing what weird thing was happening, going on around that place. He was looking at that. What was this? One person, young man, he was walking backward and holding an umbrella, big umbrella, to cover the beautiful lady. So he was very, why this guy is doing like this? Come on, Sishyas, please go and ask him what is going on. So his disciple went to them and went to him and asked, why you are doing like this? See, everyone are looking at Sri Ranganatha Perumal. You are looking at your wife, and why you are holding it like that? He explained, my wife is the beautiful person. He is having a large eyes, so I want to see the eyes always. Say, okay, then that's why I'm walking backward. I don't want to missing her sight. So why you're holding the umbrella? Because of sunshine, sometimes she may able to close her eyes, the glareness, due to the glareness. So she don't want to be like that. So I'm holding it. So whatever the explanation he gave, he came and the disciples of Ramanujacharya explained to him. And with a big smile, he said, just call the person. And he came, okay, please, can you please, if you want to stop it, what can I do? He said, no, I always want to see my beautiful large eyes of my wife. So no, I won't stop it. Okay, then can you come tomorrow 4:30 to the temple, Ranganatha temple? He asked why. I will show you a beautiful eyes so that you may get attracted. So he said 4:30. By the 4:30 morning, who eyes will be looking beautiful? Just we will just sit, wake up, and means I was will be big. So who will look? So he was very curious to see whose eyes is going to be more beautiful than my wife. So he said, okay. So now Ramanacharya, okay, deep. Then if I'm showing the person's eye, if you are seeing the person eye more than your wife means, what you will do? He said, if the eyes are more beautiful than my wife, then I will surrender to that person, he said. Then challenge accepted. Next day morning, Dhanurdas reached the temple by 4:30. Ramanujacharya was there, and Ramanujacharya now holding the hands of Dhanurdas and taking him inside in front of Ranganatha Perumal. So there, the priest. So in South India, we used to have the camper fire arati. So in that fire glance, the lotus feet of the Lord is so beautiful, and by seeing that, oh my, with love and devotion, the Dhanuda started to cry. How can I miss this? So till now, I was looking at my wife's eyes, but now I can't able to explain the beauty of these Lord's lotus eye. Then immediately he surrendered onto the lotus feet of Lord Ranganatha. So he's not stopping that. He wants to be the disciple of Ramanujacharya. So from that day onwards, he was very dearmost disciple to Ramanujacharya. And one day, whenever Ramanujacharya daily he stay while after taking bath, he will come and lean to the Dhanurdas lap. So all this rest of the disciples, they were murmuring like, what? This guy is not at all, Dhanurdas is not at all a Brahmin. He is from low caste. How can a guru can do like this? So they are just throwing some words against Dhanurdas. So Ramanujacharya wants to teach a lesson to his disciples. So what he did is he took all his disciples, he just hid all the disciples' clothes. So once they taken bath, the disciples the next morning take bath, and while they return after seeing that there is no dresses, they are all got a doubt. Only Dhanurdas can able to do this activity. So we have to go and complain to our guru. They all, and whatever happened, they told to complain about Dhanurdas to the Ramanujacharya. Now Ramanujacharya said, oh, really? Is that so? He did it? Okay, then we can do one thing. You all go to his house and steal whatever the jewels of his wife and come back. So it is more valuable than your dress, right? So is it okay for you? Ramanujacharya asked. They said they are very happy. Okay, we will take. That is so precious. Jewels and all is there, right? We can buy so many things, so many clothes with that. Then Ramanujacharya said, okay, you all go. I will hold Dhanurdas here so that we will be having discussion. So by the meantime, you can go and do these activities and return back. Once you all comes, we can see. Like that, he said. And that day, Ramanujacharya and Dhanurdas had a discussion. These rest of the disciples went to his house and they started to steal the jewels of his wife. By the time she was sleeping, so they are removing it from one side. And when she turns around the next side, they all got shocked. Oh, she's going to open his house. She's going to wake up. Now, rush, go. Okay, whatever we have, it's enough. Just go. They rush to the mud. So all the disciples of Ramanujacharya once reached the ashrama, Ramanujacharya said, okay, Dhanurdas, you may go now. We will continue the discussion next day, he said. And he just returned back, and while seeing Dhanurdas returned back to his, and while seeing his wife, what happened to you? Why you are wearing only one side jewels, not on the other side? He asked. And in the same time, Ramanujacharya sent his disciple, just go and watch what is happening, how they are reacting. So they also came with hiding behind Ramanujacharya and listening whatever happening in there. So his wife saying that, I don't know, usually the Brahmins won't do this, but I don't know in what difficulties they are in, some financial difficulties maybe. So they are removing my jewels. So some jewels are stuck on the other side. So I want to make them easy to take. I just turned to this side, but they thought like I'm going to open my eyes. They ran away. And Dhanurdas was very shocked and chastised his wife. What you did? So we have done a very sinful action. You should not be do like this, because they are all disciple of Ramanujacharya. They came and doing this activity means there may be some reason why you moved your thing. Can you be like a stone for some time? He shouted, and he take his wife to Ramanujacharya and asking forgiveness. Please, we are unfit for your disciple. So please, Guru, please throw some cursing words on us so that whatever the sin we did, it at like a mustard seed, it will go like that, he said. So by seeing all these convocations, Ramanujacharya's disciple got shocked and they realized and they fell down onto the lotus feet of the Guru. So now here Ramanujacharya said, this is true Vaishnava. It is not by birth, it is by nature the one is going to be a Vaishnava or not. So Dhanur Dasa was previously, he was attached to his wife, but now he gives up all the attachment and surrender onto the lotus feet of Lord without selfless and no, with very humble mood. Both husband and wife are very in humble mode, they did that. So he said they are the true Vaishnava. Here we can see the two qualities. The first quality is merciful. By the mercy of Ramanujacharya, a non-Brahmin who is born in the lower caste turned to a pure Vaishnava. And the second is the humbleness of the Vaishnava, we can see. So the next character is Satyasara, truthfulness. We all know there are 4 pillars for Dharma: Tapa, Saucham, Daya, and Satyam. But in the one, unfortunately, in the Kali Yuga, we are having only one, that is Satyam. So even today, we can see if someone is telling lies, what is this boy or girl always telling lies? Don't join with him. He is not a trustable person. He is not honest. We will used to hear that in some places, even in some places. So a devotee is also like he has to be in Satyasara, like no cheating. He has to be in honest and that is truthful means along with that he has to know what is the absolute truth, Krishna, and he has to ready to serve him. So serve him as he desires, as Krishna desires. This was stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.1, like Satyam Param Dhimahi. So we have to chant the holy name of Krishna by meditating upon that supreme absolute truth. So there was one pastime happened to this. It was mentioned in Jabala Upanishad. A boy who was the son of one prostitute, Satyakama, he was not born as a Brahmin, but he is a son of prostitute. So, but he wants to become a Brahmin by seeing other Brahmin boys. So he approached Gautama Muni and he is begging, please, can you accept me as your disciple and give an initiation? Those days, sutras are not supposed to take initiation and they won't take the sutras, their disciples. So, but he, in this age, how come he is saying, I have to become a Brahmin? So now Gautama Muni want to give a test. Okay, go. He asked, who is your father? He said, no, I don't know. Okay, go and ask your mom and come back tomorrow and tell me. This boy returned back to his home and asked his mom, can you tell me the father's name? Who is my father? She said, no, I don't know. I'm not sure about it. So next day morning, again the boy wanted to meet Gautama Muni. He said, I asked my mother. She said she don't know. So I also don't know about my father. Please forgive me. So immediately, Gautama Muni accepted this boy as his disciple because he was very truthful. Because no one will accept, is ready to admit, I am born for someone. I don't know who is my father. We won't admit. But this boy said the truth. So this is the qualification of Brahmana. So immediately he accepted him as his disciple. And as a follower of Prabhupada, we are in the spiritual path. So we also have to be truthful to ourselves. How? That means we have to be truthful by keep our promises. Whatever oaths we are taking, chanting the holy name of Krishna always daily and regulating 4 principles. So these are the vows we have taken. So we have to follow this. So the next one is Sama, equal to everyone. In Bhagavad Gita 5.18, it stated that Vidya vina sampanne brahmane gavihastini suni chaiva svapake cha panditaka samadarshinaka. Pandita, a devotee. A devotee, who is the devotee means whose vision is equal by seeing all the living entities like Brahmins, Gavi, cows, Hastini, elephants, Suni, Chaiva, dog and dog eater, all are on the same level. Whose vision is like that, they are called the devotee. So Krishna stated in Bhagavad Gita that Mamai Vamcho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaga. We are all the part and parcel of Krishna. So the Pandita knows this very clearly, and he will see the Paramatma is there in our living entity body along with the Jivatma. So he knows that. So he is having the vision of seeing the Paramatma and Jivatma, irrespective of bodies. So he is keeping all the species, living entities, human beings, Brahmins at the same level. So here we know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, while going through the jungle, Jarikanta, he was doing the Sankirtana movement with all the wild animals. So they also started chanting and dancing like anything. But it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna. For him it is possible. But for us, how can we give the equal thing to everyone? So here Prabhupada nicely explained the concept of Vaikuntha consciousness. So Vaikuntha consciousness is nothing but everyone in the association or in in the servant mood. So whatever ability, as per our ability, we have to serve the Supreme Lord as a servant. For example, if we are going to join in a new company, one may be in the manager posting, one may be a developer, or one may be in some other posting like that. But in the association of Vaikuntha consciousness, everyone are servants without any enmity. So we have to start giving this equal sama to everyone again by giving the Krishna consciousness to all the living entities, even dog. So in those days, how the practice they are having is they won't take the dog inside, they will keep it outside. They will, nowadays we are just seeing, right, everyone is having, instead of a child, we are holding the dog and we are roaming around here and there. But in those days, they will keep the dog outside. So whatever prashadam, the owner of that house, they will go and feed the dog. So by this way, he is seeing the sama. He is giving the Krishna consciousness to the dog also. And how to the human being? So by preaching the Krishna consciousness, we can attain this, we can see all the living entity as an equal level. So here, these are the qualities we saw today. Kripalu, merciful. Anyone? Second one?
Humbleness.
Akruta droha.
Yes. Next, humbleness. Being humbleness. The next one is?
Truthfulness.
Satyasara.
Satyasara. Being truthful.
And Sama.
Sama, very good. Sama, equal to everyone. So we are concluding that, here I'm concluding that we all may lack of these qualities, but with the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we can get a mustard seed level of their quality within us. How means? By practicing sadhana, chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. So with these 26 jewels we are having, the devotee is having on his hand, he has to wear this as on his neck, so that it will be very attractive to all the persons. Whatever tilak, kantimala we are having, whatever dress we are, it won't attract. So these 26 qualities, the treasure of devotee is going to attract everyone, and with that attraction, we can pull up many souls into Krishna consciousness, and we all jointly go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. Very nice. So, any questions, comments? All of you, unmute and you can ask questions or you can share some appreciating words or any additional points.
Hare Krishna Mataji. It was
Krishna
very
Prabhuji.
interesting and definitely it will enlighten if we will hear this all these 26 qualities. I have one question, Mataji. How to develop these first four qualities? Totally, we have to develop all 26, but how? What is the way to develop this first, like starting these four qualities?
Yeah, as we discussed, Prabhuji, what we have to do is first we have to fix on our sadhana. Slowly, by chanting, we will get to attain some quantity of that mercy. Like Prabhupada used to take, even he's chanted for 20 years, he said, I'm not getting that perfection. So just now we have started to chant the holy name of. So it will take by practice, and with the fixed sadhana, surely we will attain by the mercy of Guru and Prabhupada and Krishna, we will get it slowly.
Thank you, Mataji. Because like from last 2 years, I am coming like I'm seeing very like minute development on that direction. That's the reason I'm just like trying to keep on asking. Then maybe like it will turn my mind. That's what. Right. Thank you,
So,
Mataji.
from my personal experience, Prabhuji, reading the Prabhupada book, it's giving a lot of transformation within us. You start reading it, you will relish that actually. Yes, Prabhuji, sorry, you are saying something.
Yes, about to tell the same thing. Reading books and convincing ourselves. We need to accept, yes, this is true. I need to accept it and I need to follow it. Then automatically it will come. If you accept, then it will come onto our hearts. So now we read this one, yes, this is good. Why can't I practice it? Take a printout of these qualities and put on your refrigerator on your desk. And by seeing it, I want to practice it, it will come. That's what I used to do. In the beginning days, I used to put a lot of printouts and before go to bed. My son always comment, why Nana, why are you putting all these things? So we need to remember again and again and again, yes, I need to fix here, I need to fix here, then it will work. And reading, Srila Prabhupada books will bring all the transformation that you want to read. Yeah, that is very powerful. Wonderful. Yeah, any other questions, comments?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, really interesting. You presented very well, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. All glories to. It's all there in the Prabhupada book, Prabhuji.
Mataji, like everything will be there in the books, but the way you delivered, it's very nice, Mataji. That's what we need to hear. Keep on hearing. It will like turn our like minds into right direction. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru.
Yeah. Any other questions, comments? Okay, I have one question. We know all these qualities are Vaishnava qualities. We have to exhibit it. When we are dealing with the outside people, we'll make sure that some percentage at least we want to exhibit these qualities. But when we are dealing with our own family members, we'll forget all these things and all our false ego or old qualities will pop up. How can we behave? Because at home also everybody is chanting, even one time chant, he's a Vaishnava. Everybody is chanting and everybody is practicing Krishna consciousness. So why we are behaving like that with the family members? And how can we overcome that kind of nature with family members? And with them also, they are also Vaishnavas. How can we treat them as like as a perfect Vaishnava and exhibit all these qualities towards them also?
Yeah. So as we said, Prabhuji, like we can see it's not like a family. Even so many pastimes happened with our acharyas. they are in humble mood, but we are not that exalted. So what we can do is, so whenever the problem comes or whatever things happening, sometimes we have to keep silent. It's my thing. So if you like to share, please.
Yeah, silent is the best option. You are unable to control certain things. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay.
Same thing, same question I have, Mataji. I thought to ask you. But the thing, Mataji, whenever we are silent, some things are not working. Yeah, with kids, especially with kids, if we are silent, they'll go in the wrong direction. We can think about like that. We will think about like that. So, how we have to deal the youth, Mataji, mainly?
Yeah. The answer is okay. Anandini Mataji, you want to add some? Yeah, go ahead.
So sometimes it is very difficult for us, Mataji, like of dealing the kids. They will be sometimes their mood will be not be stabilized. It will be go here and there for 10 minutes. We can hold them. After that, they will forget all these things and they will go. But so we have to somehow utilize them into Krishna consciousness. Like while sitting, they want to somehow small things. So already we have the Kirtan team, so we can engage our kids into the Kirtan team, or we can encourage them to memorize the slokas from Bhagavad Gita. So that initially it won't be good. They won't think that is good, because even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said like, even if it is though sweet, it is not. It's like a poisonous at the end. So initially they will feel like that only, but slowly, if we are telling them, keep on telling them, and pacifying them in some certain, they will become and they will realize one day. Yes, Prabhuji, if you want.
But Mataji, like what my experience is, we are expecting something, but we are not following. First, we have to follow as parents, then automatically one or the other way they will follow. But here the expectation, we are not at least like 80-90%. If we will follow, then they will gradually like they will follow us. That is what my experience and that is what my thinking, Mataji. First,
Yes,
we need to
that's true,
change,
Prabhuji.
and then we can
Because
expect to change.
by seeing them only, they get all these things. So if we are shouting at him, they will shout it on us. They will give it back to us only. So we have in front of them, not only in front of them, we have to start practice, and we can change a little things for them, means they will surely adapt it. Even for me, like Acyuta is right, very my experience. So whenever I'm doing Arati, he will stand and he will play for some time there. But regularly once we are chanting, once if I'm studying something, means he will immediately come and close the book. But now he used to, okay, she is doing something, means he's not coming and disturbing me. He is taking his own time for some giving, okay, let Amma will do something. Like that, they will use it. So first we have to practice, as you said.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, continuously. Actually, Mataji, now as a parent, we don't know how the environment is in the school. Most of the time, they are spending in school and with friends only. And I'm able to go to schools and see, because I'm working as a substitute. So I know now what happening in the schools also. So how which environment they are doing their work. So I'm not blaming the youth also, and yeah, if you follow the things, parents they will follow. But as a youth, they're little different, Mata. When I observed, they are in elementary and middle school. Yes, they are following us little bit, and we are able to manage them. But in youth, like when they enter into that teen age, they are not following it as much. That's what I'm feeling.
Hare Krishna. Anandini Mataji, are you able to unmute? You want
Nowadays, Mataji, not only our kids, we are seeing so many kids are mostly addicted to some gadgets. So they are not coming out of it. If we are just asking them to do something, means they are getting anger on us. Why she is always telling like that? Why can't I be in free mode? I mean, freely, why can't I do whatever I think? They are all thinking like that. But somehow, as a parent, our responsibility is to take care of them. Mataji.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. Actually, in schools, teachers only not telling them don't use phones. Actually, in class also they're allowed to use the phones. That is the biggest problem I'm thinking.
Yeah, here, Mataji, the situation is also like that. We are all usually, we will sometimes we have to give them gadgets. We are the one giving them, and we are practicing. We gave it first initially, right?
Yes,
So
means
they are,
because of requirement also, right, Mataji? Up to
yes,
middle
it's
school we are not giving, but high school they have to call us like when they have clubs or some reason we are giving. But stopping them up to 9th grade only, it's a good thing actually. But from 9th grade they need like some need means it's not wanted thing, needy thing. I feel that's the thing, Mataji.
so we have to tell the kids to use it in Krishna conscious ways, Mataji, because if it is a web, right? So how the spider will go into the web, and we will be addicted to that. We will be folded by the web. So the same way, now the kids and even adults, we are also just, sorry, Mataji, we are also get into that, and we are not able to come out of it.
Yes, Mataji, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for your wonderful session.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very wonderful. So if anybody has any other questions, you can open up. Otherwise, we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra and close the session. Let's thank Her Grace Anandini Mataji for delivering wonderful class by chanting 3 times Hari Bol and followed by 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Unity, Prabhuji.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma ki
Jai,
Jai.
Samaveda Bhakti Gaur
Jai,
Premanand
Jai.
Jai,
Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.
Bhyavicha Patitanam
Vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Krishna Vrunda ki jai.
Jai.
Okay, thank you very much for all your participation. We'll wind up here. We'll see you in the next class. Sindhu Mataji, you have some question?